Let's see what you're talking about this morning. Because you might have missed my last live. Hi, Baron. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Mm-hmm. I'm in
Did
the
you?
whip.
I see. Every time that we talk lately, you're in the whip.
I know. That's all I do.
Where are you going?
I'm picking up Bay from work.
You're talking to what?
I'm picking up Bay from work.
Oh, okay. So that
Mm-hmm.
means we have limited time to chat. You're just checking in?
Oh no, I could talk. I could chat. How your outfit last night was razzle dazzle. We were tuning in and watching the bowl.
Oh, the ball. You saw. You saw I was a judge.
Mm-hmm. We saw I had to cut off on the second round because there was like a second round for for the 90s hard
Yeah.
rock.
Lunch.
I Who won? Kaylin?
I think this girl named Christine won.
Oh, the for the first girl with the ponytail and the goatee.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
on the face category.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm
Where
so
are you exactly?
I'm so mad I didn't think to do my Sundays with Shar up here. This is a way better background to talk to Victor. And I just wrapped Sundays with Shar. We did it at 10 this morning. I did
Okay.
this crappy boo boo brown background for my I'm like, Shar, you could have just come up here.
Right.
I'm interviewing. I didn't know that the Wi-Fi, because the house is down there. So these are steps that are leading up to where I'm at. I didn't know that the Wi-Fi reached up here.
Oh, you in that fancy Airbnb.
Uh-huh.
They said we got the external Wi-Fi in the backyard of the jacuzzi.
I'm so mad I didn't do that interview up here.
I
But
know. It looks scenic. Eh, eh. I
it's
think I need a little bit of like trees because I feel like I'm surrounded by concrete all the time. I had a little bit of a breakdown last night. I'm not gonna lie. Where like I really miss my friends. Like I miss my social life has been depleted and reduced to screen time. Which okay, this reminds me of like AIM back in 2005 2006. But like I miss human interaction with like my friends, and I'm
yeah.
having a really difficult time.
You know what, Jayce? You're not alone in that. You're not
Yeah.
alone. And I know that that might not be comforting, but you're not alone in that. I've had plenty of breakdowns because you know what I realized in all of this is that really all I have, not to reduce my experience, but all I have is my social life. And so when that's
Mm.
off or snatched away or reduced to these type of virtual conversations.
Is that Hero by Mariah Carey?
No, I don't know what he's playing. But what I'm saying is that these conversations they only help to an extent. Like
Yeah.
came here, it's James, Anthony, James's brother Jordan, and myself. And when we came
Mhm.
here, we got COVID tests, and that is what determined that we would be here. And it just felt so good to see them and hug them and things like that because you know just as well as I do, we just saw each other last Monday and did not hug. The anxiety around this shit is real. It's real.
Mhm.
It's real. And it's like you got to be responsible, but I want you to know that I relate to you in that because it's like
Mhm.
if you have a romantic life to balance everything out. All I have is
Yeah.
my social life. So when parties and small bites and open bars disappeared, what do I have? And that's not me.
Yeah.
That's not me selling myself short because I love my apartment and like I love my privacy and things like that. But it's just like in context to conversations like this, I always say God knows my heart because I don't want to make
Amen.
reducing anything or I'm making light of anything that I have. But it's
Mhm. Oh
2020 is
yeah.
hard.
Mhm. Oh no, if I didn't have well, one, my romantic life, but two, like we're actually friends as well. That's why it's always important to be friends with your lover, because I would have been batshit crazy.
I can't relate.
Batshit crazy.
I can't.
Batshit crazy. Like we've been cutting up and having a good time. But I'm keen extrovert and like I love my friends. Like I love you. I love like PP and TT and Candace and me. Like those are all of my friends. And so it's just like, that's like years and years of like rapport that's built up. And so, I just had a moment last night, but I'm gonna try to plan something. We talked about a virtual happy hour. You said what?
I said, what triggered it? Like, was there a specific trigger?
Um, well, I had one friend disclose to me that they were upset with me for like I'm not gonna go into that, but I had a friend disclose to me that they were upset with me for like 2 years, and so I was just
Do
like,
I,
huh?
right?
You said what?
I know this friend, right?
You know who they are. You never met them.
Hmm.
But yeah, I was just like, and like I can't like have a sit down and like have a conversation, like hash things out with my friend because of fucking COVID. Um,
You
so
listen. You can do like I did back in March.
I'm being
Back
made
in March,
fun of.
very difficult conversation, and we did it on FaceTime. It was like a 3 hour.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But, but
Hold on, babe.
with respect to face, I understand it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi, babe.
So, hi. I'm alive.
Oh,
Um,
Who is that? Hey, Shar.
I'm not saying
Oh,
alive.
how you doing, sis?
I'm good.
She
Sorry,
good.
go back to what you're doing. I didn't know you were on live.
Good
Um,
place.
but yeah. All right. Well, I'm about to hit it back. So enjoy. Please drive back safely.
Yeah, and by the way, I totally lied to you yesterday. I'm not in wine country. I'm still in Southern California.
I can't. All right. Bye. I don't talk to liars. Bye. Enjoy the rest of your day.
We'll talk later. I'll disclose my location later. But I'm still
Uh-huh.
I'm still in the vicinity. I'm not far from my house. Like I'm really
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You're a liar.
okay. You can't use me and the Yanlas on me.
All right. Bye.
Okay. So yeah, like I said, I didn't have anything to really talk to you all about. I'm bored, and I would like to, this is the breakfast for this morning. I know I'm going to pay for this later. You all know that I've been doing really good with no junk food. I've been doing really good with trying to maintain some semblance of a waistline. But I'm sitting up here eating Pringles and drinking a mimosa with pineapple juice, and I forgot what the other type of juice is in here. It's one of those mornings. Yesterday, I got here, I got to this Airbnb with my friends to celebrate their birthdays. I have a lot of Leo friends, in case you haven't noticed. And like I mentioned, we did COVID testing prior to getting here. I'm going to talk about that Smitty 1911. I'm going to talk about that. But we did COVID testing prior to getting here, and this is just what it is right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just hanging out. I had 2 burritos yesterday. I had a shrimp burrito for lunch and a salmon burrito for dinner. I can't look at another burrito, but I'm hungry. We check out in about an hour, and I'll be right back at home. So to answer your question, I'm so glad that Real Housewives of Potomac is coming back. I'm someone that's been with this show since its inception. Back when I was an AfterBuzzer, I reviewed the show. I did the show. So I've been there since season 1, episode 1. So I'm excited that it's back. I'm mostly excited for Sunday night TV, even though I know a lot of you all might not watch The Chi on Showtime, but I do. I freaking love The Chi, and I don't know if that's my bias with me being a Chicago native, but the show is really, really good. If you have not gotten into it, you should look into getting into it. We're 3 seasons in. You can catch up on 3 seasons. You can catch up on 3 seasons. And so thank you, Terry Connor 4419. I'm staying really safe. But I'm excited. I am always team Monique. For those of you who do not know, we had Monique Samuels of the Potomac Housewives. She had to, because she was in Potomac in the DC area. And you know that I'm based out of Los Angeles, but she was a guest on Kiss and Tell Radio during season 1 of the show, season 1 of Potomac. She came on. And so I'm always Team Monique. I'm biased because she gave us, you know, her time and she didn't have to. And she entertained my BS and she didn't have to. You get what I'm saying? Karen Huger, I have a fun video because I used to read the eyes out of Karen Huger on season 1. I love Karen. Don't get me wrong. I love the Grande Dame of Potomac. I love her. But season 1, it was all in jest. You all know me. It was in jest, but I used to read the eyes out of her. I used to roast and gag Karen from the rooter to the tutor. And so when she came here, because you know Bravo is under the NBC Universal umbrella. So for those of you who do not live in Los Angeles or do not work in this industry, we have the upfronts, which is typically the upfronts kind of represent like a showcase as to either what's on TV or what you can expect, what's coming to TV. And so Karen Huger came here for the NBC upfronts, which, like I said, you know, Bravo is under that NBC umbrella. And what was so funny is at the time, my co-host, Jessie Janity, went to the upfronts and she immediately recognized Jessie. And then I have the video, it's somewhere on my damn Instagram, but she said, I'm looking for Shar. I have a bone to pick with Shar. And I said, uh-oh, now, hold on now. Karen Huger is looking for me. Karen Huger is looking for me. Well, here I am, Karen Huger. So I'm really looking forward to that. You know, Ashley, I'm not a fan of Candace. That's me. I'm not a fan of her. I feel for her, though. I really empathize with Candace. Her husband is attractive. That is an attractive white man, if you ask me. But, you know, I feel for her. I empathize with her because that mother of hers, you know, I don't know who's worse. Recently, I went back on Hulu and I binge watched season 6, which is the highest rated season of Atlanta Housewives, season 6. And baby Mama Joyce showed her black ass. I don't know if Candace's mama from Potomac is worse. And she's a therapist. I think she's a therapist by trade. Uh-oh, now hold on now. Birthday locks.
Hi. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I wanted to request. Hi.
No, you're not interrupting, Ryan. Literally, I'm on here shooting the shit outside, my final moments outside before I confine myself back to my apartment.
Yes.
And
did you enjoy?
I didn't know the Wi-Fi worked up here. Otherwise, I would have done my Sundays with Shar up here. Look at this.
It's beautiful. Did you enjoy, like, just being in a different scenery?
Yeah. I did. And of course, I was in great company with James and Anthony and Jordan. I was in great.
Sure.
And so this was a nice little break. The only thing is now, Ryan, by the way, you look freaking bomb.
Thank you. I love you.
I know we talked on your birthday, but for people watching, happy belated birthday. Ryan's birthday was last week.
Thank you. I mean, it's Leo season. I feel like Leo season came hard. Everybody's a Leo.
But no, yeah, I really was staying present yesterday. You know, the sun hates me, Ryan. It really does.
What do you mean?
Because last year, I don't know if you remember, last November, I got that really bad sunburn up and down my leg.
Yes, you are actually the first Black person I knew to ever get a sunburn. I'm not going to lie to you. I've never met a Black person that has ever had a sunburn.
Listen, I have known Negroes to get sunburn, but not around my complexion. They're typically fairer.
Yeah. And
baby, when I tell you, I wore sunscreen, but I put on my sunscreen at maybe 7 a.m. I'm not going to lie. It was 7 a.m. and I was cool until a.m. But
Thank
anyway,
you, Anthony.
I spent half of my day in the damn pool. Half of my damn pool. And guess what? What?
Did you get sunburned?
Down. But it's light, but it's on my shoulder.
Even when you put sunscreen on?
Because with sunscreen, I think I had maximized the allotted time. Because I put it on.
Oh, okay.
Hours later. I think it's every 80 minutes. You got to kind of. But listen,
okay.
I was reading some stuff about us Negroes with like, you have to wear sunscreen. You'll age quicker if you don't. But our ancestors with the whole black don't crack type thing, they were dealing with a different set of circumstances, a different ozone layer. Like, we have torn up the world. And type of UV rays are coming in and lighting my ass up. But Shar cannot lay out in the sun and get crispy and good in Lupita Nyong'o like she used to be. I burn.
I mean, I've never experienced a sunburn. I'm actually in the sun right now. My legs are getting a little bit of a tan on my balcony. No, but I wanted to jump in with the Potomac conversation because Candace's mom, I get triggered over that. I get so triggered over that. That is literally, I feel like at some points my relationship with my mom as well. Like, my friends all can attest to that.
Really?
Literally. It's like, I get so triggered over that.
Mother acts like Candace's mama?
Oh, for sure. For sure. She hasn't hit me with no purse or nothing.
Right.
But yeah, my mama's shady just like Candace's mama. Yes, for sure. For sure. But I like Candace. Why you don't like Candace?
I just never liked her.
Yeah.
Them wigs we send 3 inches up off her head. I just never liked, I don't really like, I go back and forth with Giselle.
Okay, same.
Let's
She's messy.
Let's go through the cast.
Okay.
So I go back and forth, and we have a new cast member this season, Wendy, I forgot her last name, Osofo. I hope I'm not butchering
Which I'm excited for her because anyone who like reads Ashley down is my favorite. I can't stand Ashley.
Listen, I'm excited for her, but Wendy is like a bona fide journalist. Well, she's a contributor, so I'm wondering how.
Is she?
Yes, that's how I know her, through the TV. She's like one of those people in the boxes that be arguing on CNN and stuff.
Well, I guess when she said she was a doctor, I don't know why I assumed the other type of doctor, but she's a PhD doctor.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll see on the show. Maybe she is an actual, like, physical type. I don't know. I just know her. I followed her for years, but she's one of the talking boxes on CNN.
Oh.
So I'm wondering.
She really gonna read Ashley the fuck down there.
So you don't like Ashley? Okay,
no,
so
I don't.
We agree that Giselle is like, sometimes we like her, sometimes we don't. You know what? For me, what makes me love Giselle is her relationship to her kids. Those three, whenever those 3 girls are on scene, the twins and the other sister, I'm like, look at Giselle in mommy mode.
Did she get back with the pastor? Is she a first lady again?
No, she's not with Jamal Bryant. Lord have mercy.
I thought they were rekindling stuff.
Last I heard, child, and y'all ain't hit us from me. But last I heard, Jamal Bryant was dating Phaedra Parks, but clearly that's not real right now because Phaedra is on marriage boot camp with some other guy.
Wait, Lounging with Tony said she said they were.
Really?
Yes, they are. Like, she was on I think she was on Watch What Happens Live and she was talking about it. I was like, she's a first lady again.
Shut me up. I had no idea, especially after how he did her. Excuse me.
That part. I don't even know if I could ever show my face in that church again, especially when everybody knows your business. Nah, I'm okay.
But that's the funny thing about love and relationships. You never know. As the great Mufasa says in Black is King and The Gift, from the crawling ant to the leaping antelope, honey, we are all in the great circle of life.
Come on, it's a circle of life. Terry said, give Ashley a break. I can't. Nope. Ashley can't accept. No, she tries it. And I think I really stopped liking her when she was trying it with Candace, and Candace was going to stab her with the butter. Was it a butter knife? At the dinner table, she was starting to talk about her mama. So I was like, nah, Ashley, you're good. You're okay. Go worry about your man in that whole situation.
Yeah, because Michael got some teas, okay?
But I think for me, though, I get annoyed with the Housewives series as a whole because they do like to do that kind of homophobic situations where, like, the husbands are like, oh, is he gay? Like, what the fuck? Who cares?
You know what's crazy, Ryan? I was just, look at my fingers. A true Chicagoan.
What are you eating?
Pringles.
Are they hot kind?
Yes, down, back boots the house. You know me.
Ooh, I didn't know Pringles had hot kind.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same dust that they put on all the other chips, like the chili lime. They have Doritos like this, the turbo twists.
Yeah.
I just picked these up yesterday at a Vons. Who shops at Vons? But anyway, um,
I do.
you know what I was saying is that I recently binge watched season 6 of Atlanta Housewives, and that's their #1 rated season. And that is honestly where we get all of the delicious gifts and clips from. You know, my favorite clip is when Nene is going off on Peter.
Okay, that was what I was trying to connect it.
It's problematic, but you know, because she starts out by saying, "We don't know if we're going to get Peter or Patricia," in her confessional, and then you need to roll with these fellas and stay up out of women's business. You are not a damn bitch. What a scene.
I mean, I wish fucking Erica would tell that to Denise's man with his erratic ass.
I've said that on Denver's podcast. Like,
he's crazy.
Big Dick Aaron needs to be put in his place.
Do you really think it's that big?
I do.
I don't know.
I think that okay, here's the thing, and I don't want to speculate over a married woman, but I mean,
she did. She put it out there, so we can analyze.
I think that it might be more girthy than lengthy.
Ooh. Either way, girthy feels like, whoa.
I feel like it may serve very Pringles canned tea.
Isn't that too much? When is enough? Like, that just feels like, my God.
My God.
What Aaron was taking up for his wife, that was being gay. I don't know. To be honest, and this is a huge alleged speculation, but I feel like Denise is in a troubling relationship with Aaron. I genuinely feel like, because the way she acts around him is like, oh, and he even said, "I will squeeze your hands, I will break," or something like that. He was like, he was, I don't know. He literally could explode in a second.
Something in the milk ain't clean.
I don't trust it.
Yeah.
I definitely don't trust it.
But no, what I was saying is, because we just totally derailed. But season 6, even in all of its greatness of Atlanta Housewives, it is laced in so much homophobia. My God.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
It's laced so
for sure.
much homophobia. But and we were able to acknowledge problematic tropes in the things that we love. Yeah. And you as an individual determine if you're still going to watch it or if you're going to cut it off. That's an individual decision. And Terry Connor 419, I do think Lenithia is not going to be back.
Oh my God, I've been seeing that. I don't think she's going to be back either. I really do think they're sick of her shit. I'm not going to lie to you. It's building up, and I know that there's other housewives that are just as terrible. But I feel like she, on the other hand, and especially the way she handles situations, it's just like, why would they work with you? I'm sorry. Why would they work with you?
Nene is gone. I personally believe the exclusives from lovebscott.com.
Always right.
And, you know, what I noticed is that when I watched season 6, I was like, this Nene does not exist anymore. Like, Nene was so fun, so on point. Seems so much lighter in season 6. That's not the Nene that I just watched this last season of Housewives.
What do you think changed?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't pinpoint it.
I just don't know. If she doesn't enjoy it anymore, I just don't know why she's continuing to do it. I think if I was in that situation where if it had got to a point after all these years that if you need it, you need it. But if you get to a point where it's just like you can't take it anymore and it's just too much, then you got to go. Just leave. There's other opportunities, I would hope.
Okay, so let's keep rattling through these girls because I think I got 10 more minutes before I got to clock out.
Yeah.
Robin Dixon. What are your thoughts about Robin and the never-ending Juan storyline?
First of all, can we talk about girth with Juan? Because that is a man. Juan is a man. Oh, Juan
is quite snacky.
Woo! My God.
He's quite snacky.
And Juan is the type of person that, I mean, honestly, I understand why Robin got herself in that situation. He could have ruined my life too. But Robin is I don't know of any. I don't really have any POV on Robin because she's there. I think she's just there. I know like her and Ashley get into it sometimes, but to be honest, like Robin's just there. I have no POV on her, and hopefully she's moving forward in this relationship with Juan. I did see the teases where Juan said he was going to propose and they were going to get remarried. So, but how long has he been talking about that at this point?
Child, I feel the same way about Robin. It's almost like she's a placeholder. And I feel like the same smoke that people give Cynthia Bailey is really for Robin.
Yeah.
Like, Cynthia shows up. And I only say that hearing them because I've seen a lot of the same ideas with critiques circulating around both of them.
I mean, Cynthia shows up every once in a while. I'm not going to give her too much because she does show up when she shows up. But even then, sometimes it falls flat.
She contributes more than Robin.
Oh, well, except for didn't Robin and Monique get into that thing over that where they were like, I'm going to choke you with my umbrella? They was outside arguing. So, I mean, Robin turns on when she needs to.
And I believe Robin because not only is she an athlete, she's also a Delta.
Oh, yes. I love my Deltas. I love me some Deltas.
Okay, well, Giselle is an AKA.
And, I mean, that's why I have my issues with her.
From Hampton.
Because she can't ever apologize for anything, but she want everybody to apologize to her.
So let's move on to the Grand Dame, darling, Karen Huber.
I love Karen. I mean, I can't. After Karen's wig issue where she was trying to, it was just, that was the moment.
Baby, that wig slip was something vicious.
Hold on, wait a second. It's the best thing. It's the best.
Good. So what did we do? We talked Monique. Did we talk Monique?
No, we haven't talked Monique yet. Monique was
Ashley, Candace, Wendy, Robin, Giselle, and so we have. Is Monique the last one?
Monique is the last one.
Okay, so like I was saying at the top of this, Monique is my girl. Monique took time out of her day, come to Kiss and Tell Radio, and do a full interview, and she did not have to do that. I think she's the only housewife that we've ever had on. And she came on season 1 and she put up with me because I was telling people, I don't know if you were watching before you hopped on, I was telling them about my AfterBuzz days. I've been with season 1, episode 1, to the point where Karen came to Los Angeles saying that she had a bone to pick with me. Looking best.
Not giving Whitney and Robin tease coming
up. No, really. Really, that's what
coming up on Whitney.
That's what it was giving. My co-host, Jessie Janity, sent me the video like he's smiling, hugged up with her. And she said, I'm looking for Shar. I have a bone to pick. She's looking in the camera like, I have a bone to pick with Shar. And he sent me the video. I said, oh, my God. Me up fronts.
Oh, shit. But but security.
So let's talk Monique, because I think that I am, based on what we've seen in the previews and based on how these women act, I believe that I'm going to be team Monique when it comes down to Monique versus
Candace?
Who is it? Candace? Because I already am approaching the table not being fond of Candace, but I like Monique. And I like Monique's storylines. Like Monique has the homes to back everything up. Monique has the husband to back everything up. I want to be invited to Monique's house for one of those cookouts. Yes. All those trays of grilled.
She does have the house. I love that house.
Yes, like Monique is a housewife who I feel like there's no type of financial juggling as there might be with some of the others, especially in Potomac. So I love Monique. What are your thoughts?
I like Monique, actually. I feel like, and it's unfortunate because I feel like the Monique and Candace situation, it's directed, like Candace is directing the energy to the wrong person, in my opinion. Like, I hate that. I really like their friendship. Like, I liked what they were building. And the fact that they kind of got into that situation when Monique was pregnant and Monique was like, I'm going to drag you. It's like, I genuinely believed Monique when she said that. I felt it in my spirit. And so, I don't know. This is going to be very difficult because I want to see how it plays out, because sometimes Monique does get herself in trouble and she does kind of backtrack and she does kind of act a little fake at times. But I do really like her a lot. I think she has been a great added member of the cast. And like I said, I think she came out actually. I got a email from her publicist. She has a new song out, like a new house song or some shit.
Isn't it something about being a drag queen?
Yeah, it's like very gay, and they wanted her to come on. Um,
Well, are you gonna have her? This seems like the week to. This is premiere
it
week. This
is.
is the perfect week to have her.
Well, hi everyone. Yeah, I think I'm going. I don't know, to be honest. I don't even know if I like like sent the email back, to be honest.
Ryan.
I'm just saying. I don't know if I did. I don't know if I did, but I would like to have her on because I want to know. The Real Housewife tease is good. Like, I really wanted Garcelle on from Beverly Hills. That's who I really want.
She'd be good.
She
She'd
would
be
be
good.
good. I
But
love
give
her.
chance, I
You,
think you should premiere week. And this season, I mean, they really set the tone. Last season, even though last season was riddled with homophobia, with the Michael storyline, it was riddled, honey. It was still riveting television.
I mean, it really was. And to be honest, the proof was in the pudding because he had stories about him being on Grindr and stuff. I just don't understand why they don't talk about. I mean, take this time out to have the conversation. What if him and Ashley have this open kind of relationship? He's a bisexual man. That does not mean I feel like there could be so many things in
People are so
conversations.
I was just about to say that people are so quick to jump to gay, but we don't know if this man might be pan, bi. Like, there's tons of different things that he could identify as and still be attracted to and love his wife. Like, it's not one extreme or the next. It's not like a man goes out there and messes around with another man and it's such a finite
Yeah.
experience. He
I
can
mean,
still wife. That is a viable option, and if you don't think so, you better keep on living and having conversations with these people. Like, this is not everything is as it appears, honey. There's a
he
lot of
does give me, though. He does give me, like, he fetishizes black men and says big black cock. He does give me that. I know, but he does give me that. He gives me very
fair.
much that.
Nothing past nobody. So to me, that's fair.
Like, there's just something about it that I
And
just can't.
he gives you, like, if he were in WeHo,
Hmm.
that's what he would be serving
That's
up.
why he liked wine so much. He saw what I saw. So, him and wine are very close. So I get it. We see each other on that. But
Yeah.
I'm not saying big black cock.
Well, child, only time will tell because Scandal has for sure followed that couple. And I was kind of upset that their restaurant closed down because, I was planning on being in DC this year. As a matter of fact, this week, I believe, is the National Association of Black Journalists National Conference was supposed to be in DC. And I was
I missed the
anticipating
meeting yesterday.
trying, they had that restaurant titled named Oz. And it had all that like type of Australian type of delicacies and stuff. I wanted to try it out. But
Oh,
I've
no.
never been to DC. Have you?
I have. I used to work for a company that was in Arlington, and when I first joined, they flew me out there to learn the ropes, and I actually took the opportunity to go on Pennsylvania Avenue, and I had a day where I could do that, and so I saw the restaurant, but it didn't seem packed. I don't know if they were paying the bills.
I heard, yeah, well, it closed down since then. I
Yeah.
heard the DC is where it's at. I believe that my man is on the East Coast, Ryan.
Where's the
I don't,
hood niggas at?
I don't
Where's
think, I don't think that my man is in on the West Coast and especially in SoCal. I think my man lies on the East Coast.
Oh, for sure.
I see some things. I didn't talk to some people. I think that's where my man is. So I need to find some time to explore and go mess around on the East Coast
Would you
because
date a politician?
I would.
Oh,
I have the personality to date a politician. I
you
firmly
do.
believe. I
You
know
very
how to.
much do.
Let's do it. Let's go.
I like DC. Actually, I have a friend that lives in DC because he's also in the political world. But I would love to do actually go into a DC pride, especially like a DC Black Pride. That would be such a fun time.
Chocolate City. Someone said, King DMB said, come on, Olivia Pope. Know me. I'm not as gay as Olivia, but let me tell you something. I am media trained and I know how to play. If you want to play, we can play. Oh my gosh, this big butterfly is so pretty. Would you date a politician?
I don't know, actually. I don't know. Now, depending on where they were, like, I'm not dating no local officials, but if you a governor or if you're like, a congressman, I will do that. I will do it, but I don't know.
Why date a local official? You elitist with who you
Yeah,
date?
that's that was very elite.
What the hell?
No, because I just don't want to, like, my thing is, I feel like, and not saying the local officials don't, because local officials are very important, a part, especially when you're voting. Those are the people that you should be voting for, and knowing about like who your local officials are, just putting that out there. But I don't know, there's just something that attracts me about, like, when I'm watching like the congressional hearings and shit like that, when I'm talking about it, there's just something about a man just standing there talking and saying his shit and like making change and all that stuff. It just gives me something. Like, I'm just like, oh, wait a second.
A man in action.
And I'm watching Billions. There's a show on Showtime called Billions. I've started it, and it deals with like an attorney, like a Manhattan attorney general, and like there's just power in that. And I'm just like, oh, it's kind of
Now,
sexy.
to do an AG. I can't. I've always said I can't do nothing that's tied up in the judicial system or
Yeah.
like or in the because I believe that it should things go sour, it can be weaponized. You date
Mm.
the attorney general. Now every time you leave your house, every single time you leave your house, you getting pulled over because they
Oh.
cops to harass you or you know what I'm
Oh
saying? Like
God.
I
Yeah.
go through a whole bunch of different stuff when it comes to that.
That feels very toxic if that ever happened.
I mean, listen, anything is possible, but right now I'm minding my business. But you know how we talk about things like this all the time. We have you all off camera, off without an audience. Ryan and I go there. We
we
let
we
with our
do. We do. We'll be on
uh,
for hours. This ain't
I have
nothing.
cried, Ryan, baby.
Where's James and Anthony at? They ain't popped in.
So the thing is, they are in the house. I'm up
Mm.
here in like the treehouse type part. um just running my I wanted to go live again. I felt like why not take advantage of this beautiful scenery. I always can talk, so
Yeah.
why not go live? We check out in like an hour,
It looks so
and then
relaxing.
I need to shower and get ready for my primetime TV. I don't know what I'm having for dinner tonight. Even if I'm having dinner, maybe I'll just have tea. Don't judge me, you don't know my life. Or
Wait,
cherry.
how was your Blackest King experience? Like, because I ordered me and my friend, me and Demarcus, we ordered like 30 wings from Wingstop, some
Oh
fries. We went there. We had a Zoom like a happy hour meeting with like with
no,
our best friends on the East Coast. It was
no.
nice.
When I do Beyonce things, the first time I need to be with myself.
Yeah.
I don't do watch part. I can do that with y'all the second time. First time, it just needs to be Shar. I actually did not have. I thought that I was going to do something similar to that, like have food and stuff. I literally had Chardonnay and like a handful of dark chocolate almonds. Don't judge me.
I mean,
Um,
but that's kind of all you needed because the waterworks were flowing for me personally. Like
what
I
did you
I was
cry on?
brown skin girl. For me, that whole moment that it took me there for some reason. I got so emotional. I was just sitting on the couch, just tore up, like weeping. So Marcus looked at me like, "What's going on?" I don't know. It just really affected me. But I also was smoking. I was a little high and intoxicated, so that could play into it. But it was just beautiful as well. And then other side was also something that really got me. She just looked beautiful and glowing and radiant. Her in that yellow, it was just like it was
That
otherworldly.
it was those two for me too. I tweeted about it when it was over, but for me, it was definitely those two. I didn't know if it was because I tried a new brand of Chardonnay from Ralph's and she packed a big punch. But I cried. I love Bigger. Bigger is one of my favorite songs from Beyonce ever. I
Yeah,
just love the messaging. It's so uplifting and it reminds me that I'm just a little speck in this world,
yeah.
especially in 2020 where I've been going through it. Okay. Love Bigger. I shed a tear on that. I also cried on Brown Skin Girl, but it was Other Side for me. Other Side, I lost it. So it was like each time I cried throughout that experience, it got worse and worse and worse. And by the time Other Side hit, I was like in the fetal position. I didn't know what to do with myself. That's always been one of my favorite songs on the album, but the visual coupled with it, it just, even talking about it, I'm getting goosebumps.
Yeah.
It was just overall, it was a work of art. I've seen it like 3 times and I need to do like a little break, honestly.
I'm
I
gonna
don't think
watch it again.
later. It's got to be
I,
later.
I've only watched it once so far because I started watching like other stuff that has come out. Like I've been obsessed with like this animated show called Steven Universe. I've been starting that, and then the
I've
Umbrella Academy.
I've heard great things about Steven Universe, and I've never. What is it air on?
So it's a Cartoon Network, like animation show, and it's only about 11 minutes. It's all the seasons are on Hulu, the movies on Hulu, and it's about like these gems. So like your crystal gems, and it's created by a Black woman, and it's just so I don't know. I at first when I tried to watch it, I couldn't get into it, but then I started watching it again recently, and I just am stuck in it. The storylines are so good, and they're only 11 minutes, so I get through the episodes
Yeah,
so quick. And I don't really like animation shows or cartoon shows, but that I've cried a couple times through that too, because it's really
I've
sweet.
heard about Steven Universe. I'm gonna have to check that out. And I never even checked out season 1 of Umbrella Academy with Mary J. Blige. I have not. I've been watching The Shy.
I have not. Okay, so I've seen The Shy first and second. Well, I've seen the first season. I've stopped halfway through the second season. I need to catch up on the third season, but for some reason, I just don't. I always think of something else before that. I don't know what it is that doesn't catch me with The Shy.
I love it. I love it. That's like the really only like new programming I've been watching. Everything else has been like throwbacks, and I really need to finish my damn book. Ideally, I still have things I have to do. You know, I'm queen procrastinator in 2020. I don't even recognize my damn self. I'm a procrastinator, okay? Did I watch today's episode of what yet?
Probably The Shy.
It hasn't aired.
Oh, it doesn't come out early? Like P-Valley? Do you watch P-Valley?
No, I have not. I'm gonna start that, but you know,
P-Valley's that shit.
People have told me it ain't nothing but soft core porn with the storyline.
Okay, now look, there's a shot on the second episode.
Watch I do have the app and I have not watched it yet. I like to live tweet. So I watch The Shy at 6 p.m. Pacific time because that's when everybody else like I like to live tweet it. So I have not watched The Shy yet. Not today's episode.
I really think you should. I think you should get into P-Valley. P-Valley is really good. I watch it with subtitles on because they have that deep Mississippi accent that I'm just like, I don't know. But it's beautiful. And Katori Hall is from Memphis, and she's fucking phenomenal. The creator and the playwright, and so she's fucking dope. That's a great show.
I think I'm going to add this conversation that we're having to my Shar.
It's been fun, right?
Yeah, it's like a part 2 for 2. Even though following up with anything Victor said, it just needs to be added to the series.
I like Victor's song, by the way. That song, because
isn't it a bop?
Jared sent me that song, and I was like, wait, who is this, and why do I know this person? Because I think I know Victor as a choreographer, and so I didn't know that he was also a singer. So I'm downloading that song immediately. It was really good.
It's a bop. And, you know, it speaks to like our journey. I don't know if you caught the beginning of the episode. I met Victor when he was 28. He's now 35.
Yeah.
Like,
that's a long time. Yeah, that's a long time. Is he in LA?
No, he's back in Atlanta. You know what? I was 26, and today is August 2nd, which means 5 months from today, I will be 33. What is life?
How do you feel about that? Like, do you think about that? Like, are you thinking about that? Like, are you trying not to think about that?
I think about it constantly. But you know, it's just like it's motivation for me to just make the best out of everything, because the way I see it, I don't look at it as 33. I look at it as 7 years away from 40. Okay. And
okay,
time,
like, you shouldn't think about it like that. That just feels a little.
Well, time is going by, and I want to get myself together. You know, Jennifer Lewis always says, the decade from 30 to 40 is the time to get it to get, like, 30 to 40 will dictate the literal rest of your life typically.
Yeah, yeah.
Or one of the most sensitive decades of your life. So if you get it together, you'll likely keep it together. If you let it fall apart, it'll likely stay apart. That's any and everything. That's your relationships, your appearance, whatever you need to get to, whatever you feel you need to get together. 30 to 40, according to Jennifer Lewis, in that book, The Mother of Black Hollywood. And that's something I've been sticking with. So I'm like, Shar, let's get it together. Let's start eating a little cleaner. I'm doing the emotional, the very, very painful work.
Yeah.
Out a lot of things, a lot of pitfalls that I might have with romantic relationships. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's uncomfortable. It's hard. It's ugly. It's not easy. It's not fun.
At all.
Any of this process, actually. 2020, emotionally, I'm not enjoying any of it.
So do we like just forget 2020 happens? Like after this, like do we just
No,
literally put 2020 in the back of our mind and just think about it?
no, I don't think so. Because even with all of the bullshit that 2020 has brought, it's significant. Because if you
Yeah.
come out on the other side of 2020 and you are not a changed person to some degree, and I don't mean tangibly, I don't mean starting a business and learning a language, I don't mean that. If you're not a changed person, some type of state of mentally evolved, even to the
Yeah.
slight degree, this would have all been in vain. So now is the opportune time to do the work, because it's not going to get easier. And so that's been my thing. I'm ready to hop off the carousel, Ryan. I talked to you about this.
Yeah.
If I don't want things to bubble back up, and should they bubble back up, I need to have healthy, productive coping mechanisms to get
Yeah.
over the hump, so that I'm not, back in the swill of shit. I'm not interested in that. I'm in pain. I'm in pain right now. I'm not joking.
Yeah.
I'm in pain. So, this.
It's
And
and like having the resources to know that if this, like you said, comes back around, and hopefully it doesn't, but if it does, because life is that emotional roller coaster, that you
and it's
good. Yeah.
it's cyclical. You will get tested. Things will keep showing up, and you will have to learn the same lessons until you learn them. And
Yeah.
that's the thing about the way the universe works. It doesn't care that you're 62. If you haven't learned the lesson at 22, you're going to encounter it again at 62.
And be
You
like,
get what
what? Why I didn't get through this earlier? Just being extra mean to yourself.
And
Like,
that is
yeah.
why, and that's something I need to get over as well. I agree, Terry Connor, 4419. We do need to vote in November. Be November will be a deciding factor for a lot of stuff.
Oh, for sure.
November will determine if everything, all of the platitudes and virtue signaling we saw in June, if it even makes sense.
If it
November,
even mattered.
even though, Ryan, I think that with TikTok being banned or being entertained to be banned, I think that the young voter turnout is about to shake some tables.
Well, yeah, because I think
Oh,
Donald Trump doesn't realize he's messing with a lot of people's coin. And I think those same people that were probably, because a lot of what you don't know is a lot of these big influencers, these white influencer creators, it's not a shocker, but they come from Republican families. So when they are built and they're coming from all this money, they're coming from a conservative side. And so if this is going to impact their coin, they're going to go somewhere else where, and unfortunately their views might not change. But guess what? If it impacts their pockets, that's the flip. That's unfortunately the moment.
I agree. That's what I'm saying. That TikTok is a deciding factor. They're like, like that famous meme, like, I can look past racism. I can look past homophobia. I can look past transphobia. Damn it. I can look past police brutality. But I draw the line at TikTok. There's going to be people out there that are like that.
Oh my God. And I saw people, I actually, I had to get up off of Facebook. I feel like I realized that I don't want to be on Facebook anymore, because just the people that I grew up with, some of them just have the worst views. I logged on today and I saw some guy talking about, obviously, like, he didn't like the choices of the Democrats. He feels like the Democratic Party is corrupt. And he was like, I just don't know what I'm going to do. I don't think I'm going to vote. He's like, I just don't trust. He's like, what y'all going to do? What y'all going to do now? And I'm like, and then someone actually encouraged him and said, well, you could just write in Bernie. You're already in a conservative state, Tennessee, so it's not really going to hurt anything. What in the fuck?
It's not going to contribute to anything either.
I just don't know what people's hot takes are. Like, the worst hot takes.
What I find, Ryan, is that I feel like a lot of people who share in that train of thought, they feel as if they don't have a lot to lose. I think that the more marginalized you are in this, the more fired up you are about this. Yeah. For example, if you happen to be a straight white man, I feel like you can afford to entertain that train of thought, because you come from an access of privilege where it's like, oh, not voting. Even a lot of straight black men I've seen.
I gotta say, even if you're a cis straight black man, you can as well.
Yeah, if you're cis, especially, because there are trans straight black men, but if you are
Right.
cis straight black men, child, because then again, with that hierarchy, the way that the oppression works is with that hierarchy, you're inflicting it on the rest of us.
And it
You're
doesn't touch you. You don't care.
well, you're parroting white supremacy on the rest of us. So you can afford to be like, whatever. But there's, for the rest of us, there is a lot on the line. And November will be detrimental. And I don't want to spiral like I did in November of 2016. Because that was some emotional trauma for me. That was really, really, really bad for me, especially because at the time I was the only black woman at
Yeah.
my job, the only black woman at my job. And so everyone that I had lunch with was white, majority of white women. So when
Yeah.
those statistics rolled out that over half of white women in this nation
You looking like,
all that talk
uh,
that nonsense, and then when they got to the privacy of that voting booth,
yeah,
voted for Donald J. Trump. Let's just say lunch with I had lunch at my desk the
yeah.
following day. I was not interested in fellowshipping because I didn't know. I don't know who made sense and who didn't.
My thing is, I kind of attribute that election to be kind of such an eye opening moment for me because I think before I most definitely cared about politics, but I wasn't as immersed in it as I am now. And the fact that I took this moment to really educate, and even the places I was working was very like I worked at this place called Sinclair Broadcast Group, very conservative broadcast. I mean, like they own all of the local news stations that are very. I mean, they were just in the news. Because they were going to run a piece about Anthony Fauci and how he basically created the coronavirus. Like they were about to do some crazy shit like that. And
Uh,
I unfortunately worked for them and didn't even realize how conservative they were. But then when I got there, I was learning so much about politics and learning how they were doing things and being like, what is happening here? One, I got to get up out of here. And then two, how do I take a stand and how do I learn and educate myself on what needs to be done? And so it's just like people feel like, well, what can I do? But it just takes one moment to educate yourself. I mean, as simple as just watching The View every day.
I mean,
That's
really.
that's it. It's as simple as that. And you're learning so much in a time. And then you start to like learn more and follow news.
You form your own opinions. I
Yeah.
agree. But we are living in a scary, perilous time. It's hard. I don't know if it's the same for you, but it's very hard for me to find glimmers of hope and optimism.
Oh, for
Um,
sure.
every day is this. I'm back. I'm staying present in this moment. This where I'm at right now, and even being in conversation with you, I'm like, this is my pocket for right now. So I'm
Yeah.
I'm gonna enjoy this. I had a mimosa and Pringles for breakfast. Come what may, so be it. So you know what I'm saying?
Actually, I'm about to have a mimosa too. I got champagne from leftover from my birthday. That sounds fire.
Well, I'm gonna let you go then.
All right.
We've talked for a minute, and enjoy your champagne. I love you to death.
I
As you,
love you so much.
I'm sure we will be in communication sometime this week because
Oh,
you
for
never
sure.
got to me about something.
Yes, and I took your advice, by the way. I took your advice. I have not done anything. No moves have been made.
I didn't think that was smart. I didn't think for on that
You're
specific
right.
day. I didn't think
You're,
that action was smart on that
you were
day.
right. That was anxiety. That was my anxiety bubbling up, being like, I gotta make this terrible decision. And I didn't. I'm happy I didn't. Actually, the reason why I was late to James' legendary ball, because I was a little preoccupied with so I gotta go. I'll text you. I'll text you. And we will most definitely be talking.
Okay, now Ryan,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
you.
I love you more. Bye, y'all. Love y'all. Talk soon.
All right, bye bye now. Ah! I think I just lost my earring back. I don't even know if this person is still in here. I don't know how much time I have left on this live. Now, Hirsch, if you come in here, you'll be my last person. You'll be my last person if you're. Oh, here it is. I thought I lost my earring back, you all. Okay, time's up. James is telling me time's up. Now, Hirsch, I have connecting. It's not on my end. You see, this is clear. Okay, the Wi-Fi is clear. It's not on my end. What's going on yours? I really do have to go. I don't want to go, but I have to go, you all, because I have to pack up and leave this beautiful place. Are you having fun, Jordan, still? I know. We have to go, though. I know. And thank you for the tunes. The tunes have been good. The tunes have been good. Okay. Um, all right. Well, I'm going to shut this down. I will talk to you all next Sunday. Time to go freaking home. I love you all, and I hope that you enjoyed this conversation. So until next time, bye-bye now.